Welcome back on this Saturday morning. We are live at 6 a.m. Eastern. Today is our first day. Thanks for joining us at our new time slot. On Friday, President Trump met with oil executives from nearly 20 companies, including Exxon, ConocoPhillips, Shell, Chevron, all to discuss the companies investing in Venezuela's infrastructure. NewsNation's Hena Brandt is live for us in Washington, D.C. Hena, good morning. Still dark and early in the nation's capital. Get us up to date here.
Hena, good morning. Yeah, still early, but a lot of news to get to here because President Trump came out of this meeting pretty confident. He said, we've sort of got a deal after he emerged from that meeting, even though oil executives didn't announce any commitments here. The White House says the plan is for those companies to invest $100 billion to rebuild Venezuela's oil infrastructure. This is a big part of President Trump's vision for the future of the country. And at this meeting, the president guaranteed them the protection of the U.S. government. Take a listen.
You have total safety, total security. One of the reasons you couldn't go in is you had no guarantees, you had no security, but now you have total security. You're dealing with us directly. You're not dealing with Venezuela at all. We don't want you to deal with Venezuela.
This was a big meeting. Executives from more than a dozen oil companies were there, including Chevron, which is a company that still operates in Venezuela, as well as, like you mentioned, ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, and Shell. Now, during the public portion of the meeting, some of these executives expressed support for the idea of going into Venezuela and investing in oil, while others pointed out there are still some legal and political challenges that remain with doing so. President Trump did say the profits the oil companies make in Venezuela would be divvied up between the companies, the U.S., and the country of Venezuela, but he wasn't exactly clear about the specifics of that formula, and he said that's something that would be negotiated later by his Energy and Interior secretaries. Hena?
And Hena, we learned very late this week that U.S. forces boarded another oil tanker in the Caribbean. All this comes, as you've been reporting, the Trump administration has targeted sanctioned tankers traveling to and from Venezuela. What do we know about this latest seizure? How does it play into the president's plan?
Yeah, Hena, the Olena, that's what this vessel was called. It was the fifth Venezuelan-linked oil tanker that we've seen U.S. forces seize in recent months. And this action points to the fact that the Trump administration is not pulling back on its pressure campaign against Venezuela, even after the capture of its former leader, Nicolas Maduro. Now, after the Coast Guard seized the Olena, President Trump shared it's now heading back to Venezuela, and he says the oil will be sold through a deal that the U.S. has struck with the country. So a bit of a different course from things that they've done with other oil tankers. The president also announcing that he canceled what he called an expected second wave of attacks on Venezuela. He says that's because they released some political prisoners. The president writing in a Truth Social post, quote, "This is a very important and smart gesture. The USA and Venezuela are working well together." So pointing towards that growing collaboration between the two countries, though President Trump did add that the U.S. plans to keep its large military ship presence in place in the region. Hena?
Hena Brandt in our nation's capital. I'll check in with you all morning long, Hena. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.